I have a good start.
What do you think forgiveness is?
It's hard, and it's definitely not easy.
For me, forgiveness is closure.
Les pardonner et keep on moving.
It's no longer a matter of Hakuna Matata.
Yes, that's
Yeah? There we go. It doesn't matter, it's in the past.
Personally, I can't forgive if the person will not tell me I'm sorry.
I don't like to hold a grudge. I think it's worth to live with.
Try and learn from the situation and try and find the best out of people.
You can forgive people on certain bases as long as they are truly, remorseful about that. Yeah,
sincerity is a very important.
It's important. Yeah.
I think something like murder of a family member or something. You can't take it back. It's human nature to make mistakes, even if you are sincere and remorseful about something. You can still make those mistakes over and over again. It doesn't mean you're past forgiveness, but depending on the crime, it doesn't mean you're not unredeemable.
You know, there's an incredible story, and it's a true story, about an old woman who stood in a courtroom, and she's there as both the victim and the witness to crimes committed against her during the apartheid. It was a man called Officer Vanderbrooks who had gone into her house and he'd pulled out her son and he'd murdered her son. And then he revisited her house a few years later, pulled out her husband from out of her arms and killed him right in front of her. These are absolutely hideous things. And now she is stood facing this man who has taken away so much from her, and the commission asks her, have you got anything you'd like to say to Mr. Vanderbrooks? And she says, yes, 3 things. Firstly, I'd like Mr. Vanderbrooks to tell me where they burned my husband's body so I can give him a proper burial. Secondly, Mr. Vanderbrooks has taken all my family from me, and I still have a lot of love to give. Twice a month, I would like Mr. Vanderbrooks to visit me in the ghetto so that I can be a mother to him. And thirdly, I'd like Mr. Vanderbrooks to know that he is forgiven by God and that I forgive him too. And I would like someone to lead me over to where he is sitting right now so I can embrace him and he can know my forgiveness is real. As the elderly woman was led across the courtroom, Mr. Vanderbrooks fainted. And someone started singing Amazing Grace until the whole courtroom joined in. How can that woman forgive such atrocious acts committed towards her? Such hideous things, unforgivable things. I think the key is in who she said forgave that man first, what she believed. You see, she had experienced, and in that moment was showing the immense and outrageous love and forgiveness of God. The same love and forgiveness which he wants to show you and me. Now you might look at me and say, well, Jake, I don't need that kind of forgiveness, all right? I haven't done anything like that. I'm sure you haven't. They are hideous things. But look, the truth is I'm not innocent, right? I've still done wrong in this world. I've said things I shouldn't have said. I've hurt many people I should not have hurt. And my actions, the places I've gone, has caused a lot of hurt on other people. I think the truth is, to be honest, we've all been in a broken and messed up world for so long, we don't even recognize wrong when we do it. But look, if there's a perfect God, and I'm persuaded to believe there is, then he sees everything in far more detail than we do. And the wrong that we've done amounts to far more. The truth is, we're on trial too. But that's where the Easter weekend comes in, right? Jesus dying and rising again was God's process of how he could deal with our wrong and get justice, because we need justice for wrong. But then also pour out his incredible love and forgiveness on us, because God doesn't want to sentence you at all. He doesn't want you to experience punishment. He doesn't. God wants you to know and experience his love and forgiveness. He wants you to have a full life. This is what Jesus said when he came. Jesus said this, I've not come to judge and condemn the world, but I've come so that you might have life and have it to the full. Look, Easter is the incredible story of us being in the courtroom and God stepping down from the judge's bench and taking the sentence instead of us. And he took it as Jesus dying on the cross. Oh, our sentence was high, but God took it all. And now he looks across the courtroom at you and me And he says, look, if you'll let me, I want to be a father to you. If you'll let me, I want to come and embrace you as a child, and I'll help you through this hurting world. I'll get rid of that past which haunts you, the mistakes you've made. As I say, it's all forgiven. It's gone. And as that elderly woman was led across the courtroom to the man who didn't deserve it, God walks across to you and me. I wonder, how will you react? Forgiveness is there for the taking if you'll just accept it. There's a forgiveness and there's a love which you can experience and know today, which, man, sets you free and gives you a new life. And it can empower you to forgive others.